Good morning. It's Saturday, December 28th. I'm Eric with your news bulletin. Top story: Ukraine, Russia. Russia has launched one of this year's most sustained attacks on Ukraine, with the assault lasting nearly 10 hours overnight. The strikes on Kyiv killed at least 2 people and injured 44 others, including 2 children. More than 40% of residential buildings in Ukraine's capital are now without heating amid freezing temperatures. The timing is significant. The attack came just one day before Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is scheduled to meet with U.S. President Donald Trump in Florida to discuss a potential peace plan. In total, Russia launched 519 drones and 40 missiles at Ukraine overnight, primarily targeting energy and civilian infrastructure. Speaking from Canada before his meeting with President Trump, Zelensky said discussions would focus on a revised 20-point peace plan. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney announced 2.5 billion Canadian dollars in additional economic assistance for Ukraine. International news. In the Middle East, the United States and Jordan conducted airstrikes on 70 Islamic State targets at multiple locations in Syria in response to a recent attack in Palmyra. Meanwhile, 3 people were killed in an Israeli airstrike near Sidon, Lebanon. In South Asia, a Pakistani court has sentenced former Prime Minister Imran Khan and his wife to 17 years in prison after finding them guilty of corruption-related charges. This marks the latest legal challenge for the former cricket star turned politician. And in Southeast Asia, at least 22 people were killed and 19 rescued in a fire at a 7-story building in Jakarta, Indonesia. Separately, 12 people died in a fire at a building in Shantou, China. U.S. domestic news: President Trump has announced changes to several policies. The U.S. government has suspended the diversity immigrant visa scheme for green cards following a shooting incident at Brown University. The suspect in that case was reportedly from Portugal. In a controversial move, former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez was released from prison in West Virginia after President Trump pardoned him from his conviction for aiding large-scale cocaine trafficking, and the International Monetary Fund has approved the release of $1.2 billion to Pakistan to assist with economic recovery efforts. Winter weather continues to disrupt travel across the Northeast. A major snowstorm has caused more than 1,000 flight cancellations and 3,600 delays, with New York alone seeing over 700 flights canceled. At least 9 inches of snow fell on New York City Friday evening. The most significant winter storm to hit the tri-state area in almost 4 years was winding down Saturday morning, with over 2,700 sanitation workers working 12-hour shifts to clear streets. In contrast, the United States experienced its warmest Christmas on record, with cities like Oklahoma City reaching 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, northern Canada is enduring one of its harshest Decembers in decades, with Braeburn in the Yukon hitting minus 68.3 degrees Fahrenheit this week, the coldest December reading since 1975. Other news in aviation history: German engineer Michaela Benthaus has become the first person in a wheelchair and the first with paraplegia to travel to space on a suborbital trip conducted by Blue Origin. And in the arts, British autistic artist Nana Kalu has won the 2025 Turner Prize for her wrapped fabric sculptures, becoming the first artist with a learning disability to win the prestigious award.